when I get sick, this is what I do with my training. So if you can't tell by my voice in this video, I have come down with a cold or something. For the past 3 days or so, I've had this half sinus infection, half just regular cold, probably just from running around and working in the hospitals. And obviously, with the type of work that I do, this is bound to come up in heavy periods of training and heavy periods of stress. And much like many of you with full-time jobs, I'm sure you deal with your fair share of training, stress, getting run down, feeling sick, and it's perfectly normal. And I have learned this lesson the hard way many times, that the best thing to do when feeling this way is to allow your body to recover. Drink enough fluid, eat enough food, and depending on how bad you feel, definitely take a day, if you need to, off from training. This is contrary to a lot of the consistency lessons that I may preach about and other people may preach about. Some people would prefer to do the hard thing and flex that consistency and discipline muscle and put one over on their sickness. I used to be like that, and every single time I have done my scheduled workout when feeling under the weather, I have undoubtedly made my sickness much worse and turned it into something that would take much longer to recover from. So now I'll still be stupid from time to time and have the tendency to just push through and get my workout done. And oftentimes that progression of a sickness getting worse happens over days. So you're not gonna, start feeling unwell and then just not work out at all. Oftentimes, you'll feel like the hints of not feeling great, still get your workout in, and then the next day, if you notice it's worse, maybe get a lighter workout in, and if it doesn't improve over the next day, then that's when I'll finally concede and say, look, all right, I'm getting worse. I'm clearly wearing down my body instead of it recovering, and what this is telling me is I need a day off. Now, what I've heard Jocko say on some of his podcasts, which this is the mentality that I always tended to agree with, is you can always do something. Like if you're feeling unwell, it's very seldom the answer is to do absolutely nothing. So it's also a good time to challenge yourself to do something lighter, to catch up on some stretching or catch up on some rest or catch up on some reading. Use this time as an opportunity to work on some area that you wouldn't normally get to focus on. So in my case, when I'm feeling unwell or feeling like I really shouldn't do a workout, I tend to be under-rested, but I also tend to be under-stretched and under-recovered in terms of doing my recovery practices, my foam rolling, things of that nature. So if I'm not going to do a workout, I'll spend a good amount of time on the floor just working on my mobility, foam rolling, and just keeping the body loose and light. Now, if you're sick enough, you probably don't want to do that at all. So everything here is so personalized that it's really hard to say anything other than listen to your body, you should really know like what you're feeling and how much you should push yourself. And if you push yourself too much, your body will tell you. And don't bring yourself to the point where you push yourself so much that you set yourself back multiple days. That's like my biggest biggest advice to anybody. I think I only did this one time in my last Ironman training cycle, maybe twice, where I was approaching a state of overtrained and I started to get sick, and I just kept the gas, the pedal to the metal. My foot was on the gas and I shot myself right off the bridge into the trenches and took like a whole week to recover. And then getting back to training after that week of, I think it was 3 days of inactivity, maybe 4 days of inactivity, was much worse than had I recognized the symptoms sooner and just decided to be smart and take it easy. So don't be like me. Don't be like the people telling you to push through everything and grind yourself into the ground. Be smart and take care of yourself. And hopefully I'll feel better tomorrow. Good night.